We have walked through the thousand-year history of Silla. Starting tonight, we embark on a long journey to the northern lands where the sound of horses' hooves shakes the earth. To Goguryeo, a legendary hero who broke out of an egg to startle the world and whose arrows never missed their mark. The protagonist of a mystical tale where fish and turtles formed a bridge to help him cross the river. This is the story of King Dong, the founder of Goguryeo. The first chapter of the Goguryeo Annals, Volume 13 of the Samguk Sagi, stimulates our imagination like a grand myth rather than mere history. May the mysterious and powerful energy of a new kingdom's birth bring you good dreams tonight. To help you fall into a deep sleep, the screen will slowly dim and fade away, guiding you into the silence of the deep night. Now lie down comfortably and let us enter the primeval forest where the legend begins. Samguk Sagi Volume 13, compiled by Kim Bu-sik, a retired official holding the titles of Sucheong Jongnan Jong Guk Chanhwadongdeok, Meritorious Subject, Commander Unequaled in Honor, Acting Grand Preceptor, Senior Guardian to the Heir Apparent, Chancellor, Director of the Ministry of Personnel and Rights, Grand Scholar of the Hall of Worthies, and Superintendent of National History, Duke of State, upon the King's command. Goguryeo Annals Part 1, Progenitor King Dongmyeongseong. The progenitor King Dongmyeongseong's surname was Go, and his name was Jumong, Jumong. He was also called Chumo, Oo, or Junghae Dongke. Prior to this, King Haebaru of Buyeo had grown old without a son, so he offered sacrifices to the mountains and rivers to seek an heir. The horse he was riding reached Gonyeon, Kun Pond, where it saw a large rock and shed tears. The king found this strange and ordered people to roll the stone over. There was a young child who looked like a golden frog. Some say it was a snail, not a frog. The king rejoiced, saying, "This is a child heaven has bestowed upon me." He took him in and raised him. He named him Gumwa, Golden Frog, and when he grew up, he made him the crown prince. Later, his minister Aranbul said, "One day, God spoke to me, saying, I will have my descendants establish a nation here, so you must leave this place. There is a land by the East Sea called Gassiopwan. The soil is fertile and rich, suitable for growing the 5 grains, so it can be made into a capital." Aranbul advised the king, and the capital was moved to that place, and the country was named Eastern Buyeo, Dongbuyeo. In the old capital of that place, there was a person who, not knowing where he came from, called himself Hemosu, the son of the heavenly emperor, who came and established a capital. Haebaru passed away and Gumwa succeeded him. At this time, Gumwa found a woman at Ubal River, south of Mount Taebaek. When asked her story, she said, "I am the daughter of Habaek, deity of the river, and my name is Yuwa. I came out to play with my sisters. There was a man who called himself Hemosu, the son of the heavenly emperor. He seduced me, and we had relations in a room by the Yalu River beneath Ungsim Mountain, but afterwards he left and did not return. My parents scolded me for following a man without a matchmaker, and finally I was exiled to live at Ubal River. Jumwa found this strange and confined her in a room. The sun shone on that place, and even when she moved her body to avoid it, the sunlight followed and shone upon her again. Because of this, she became pregnant and gave birth to an egg, which was about 5 do, a unit of volume in size. The king discarded it to dogs and pigs, but they would not eat it. He discarded it on the road, but cows and horses avoided it. Later, he discarded it in the fields, but birds covered it with their feathers. The king tried to crack it open, but could not break it, so he finally returned it to its mother. The mother wrapped it in cloth and placed it in a warm place. A baby boy broke the shell and came out. His skeletal structure and appearance were outstanding and extraordinary. At the age of just 7, he was mature beyond others. He made a bow and arrows himself, and when he shot, he hit the mark 100 times out of 100. In the common language of Buyeo, a person who shoots arrows well is called Jumong, so this became his name. Gumwa had 7 sons who always played with Jumong, but none could match Jumong in talent. The eldest son, Daeso, spoke to the king, saying, "Jumong was not born of a human, and his character is brave. If we do not deal with him early, I fear there will be future trouble, so please remove him." However, the king did not listen and had him raise horses. Jumong recognized a fine horse and fed it less to make it lean, while he fed the dull and slow horses well to make them fat. The king rode the fat one himself and gave the lean one to Jumong. Afterwards, they went hunting in the fields. Because Jumong shot well, he was given few arrows, but the beasts Jumong shot and killed with one arrow were very many. The prince and various ministers plotted to kill him again, but Jumong's mother secretly found out and warned him, saying, "The people of the country are going to harm you. With your talent and wisdom, where could you not go? It is better to go far away and plan for the future than to stay and suffer humiliation." Jumong then befriended 3 people, Oi, Mari, and Hyapbu, and went to Jeom Water, also called Gesa Water, currently northeast of the Yalu River. They wished to cross, but there was no bridge, and fearing the pursuing soldiers were approaching, he spoke to the water, saying, "I am the son of the heavenly emperor and the maternal grandson of Habaek. Today I am fleeing and the pursuers are nearly here. What shall I do?" Thereupon, fish and soft-shelled turtles floated up and formed a bridge, so Jumong was able to cross. The fish and turtles then dispersed, so the pursuing cavalry could not cross. Jumong reached Modunguk. The Wei Shu says he reached Bosul River. He met 3 people, one wearing hemp clothes, one wearing monk's robes, and one wearing clothes made of water plants. Jumong asked, "Who are you? What are your surnames and names?" The one in hemp clothes said, "My name is Jasa." The one in monk's robes said, "My name is Mugol." The one in water plant clothes said, "My name is Mukgyo." However, they did not state their surnames. Jumong bestowed the surname Gok on Jasa, Jungsil on Mugol, and Sosil on Mukgyo. He then addressed them, saying, "I have received a great command to open a foundation for a kingdom. Happening to meet 3 such wise men, how could this not be a gift from heaven?" He assessed their talents and assigned them duties accordingly. Together they reached Jolbonchon. The Wei Shu says they reached Songgol Fortress. Seeing that the soil was fertile and beautiful, and the mountains and rivers were rugged and secure, he wished to establish his capital there. However, lacking the time to build a palace, he built a temporary residence by the Biryu River and lived there. He named the country Goguryeo, taking Go as his surname because of this. Some say Jumong reached Jolbon Buyeo, and the king, having no son, saw Jumong and knew he was an extraordinary person, so he gave him his daughter in marriage. When the king died, Jumong succeeded him. At this time, Jumong was 22 years old. It was the 2nd year of the Jianzhao era of Emperor Yuan of Han, the Gaptian year, the 21st year of progenitor Hayok Geose of Silla, 37 BC. Many people heard of this from all directions and came to follow him. The land bordered the Malgal tribes, and fearing they might invade and cause harm, he finally repelled them. The Malgal were afraid and submitted, not daring to offend him again. The king saw Vegeta, Blaze, and leaves floating down the Biryu River and knew there were people living upstream. He went hunting and found them, reaching the state of Biryu. Its king, Songyang, came out, saw him, and said, "I live in a remote corner of the sea and have never seen a noble man. Meeting you today, by chance, is this not fortunate? However, I do not know where you, my son, come from." Answered, "I am the son of the heavenly emperor and have come to establish a capital at a certain place." Songyang said, "I have been king for generations. The land is small and cannot accommodate 2 masters. You have established your capital only recently, so how about becoming my vassal?" The king became angry at these words and argued with him. They also compared their skills by shooting arrows, and Songyang was unable to resist. Summer, 6th month. Songyang came and surrendered with his country. The land was made into Damol capital, and Songyang was Infiaft as its lord. In the language of Goguryeo, recovering old territory is called Damol, hence it was named so. Year 3, 35 BC, spring, 3rd month. A yellow dragon appeared at Goryeo. Autumn, 7th month. Auspicious clouds appeared on the south side of Goryeo. Their color was blue and red. Year 4, summer, 4th month. Clouds and fog rose on all 4 sides, and people could not distinguish colors for 7 days. Autumn, 7th month. City walls and palaces were constructed. Year 6, 32 BC. Autumn, 8th month. Divine sparrows gathered in the palace courtyard. Winter, 10th month. The king ordered Oi and Bubuno to attack the Hengin state southeast of Mount Taibek, took the land, and made it into a city. Year 11, 27 BC, autumn 9th month. Luan birds gathered at the royal terrace, winter 11th month. The king ordered Buiyom to attack northern Goguryeo and destroyed it. The land was made into a city. Year 14, 24 BC, autumn 8th month. The king's mother, Yuwa, passed away in eastern Buyeo. Its king, Gomwa, buried her with the rights of a queen dowager and subsequently established a divine shrine. King Dongmyeong sent an envoy to Buyeo to offer local products to repay his Gomwa's virtue. Year 19, summer 4th month. Prince Yuri fled back from Buyeo with his mother. The king rejoiced and established him as crown prince. Autumn 9th month. The king passed away. He was 40 years old. He was buried at Yongsan and given the title King Dongmyeongseong. King Yuri. King Yuri.